Okay, so this has been a highly requested, probably my most highly requested video that I've ever had. Which is unfortunate for me because I have to watch the whole second season of Outer Banks. The first one was hard enough to get through. You guessed right. It is the Outer Banks Season 2, Episode 1 video. As you can see, I just watched it. I just watched the full episode. And this is how many notes I have on just how garbage. That's how much trash. And I didn't even write everything. Mind-boggling of how much garbage that these writers have just been shoving in. Like, stuff that makes no sense. I mean, I understand it's TV. I don't understand how people enjoy this kind of TV, but it is what it is. So I guess we're going to start with the first point I had, I guess. And right at the beginning of the episode, when they're on the boat coming into whatever country they're in, I don't know, some getaway house. So they're on that big boat that they get on at the end of season 1. And somehow they got a wanted poster on the boat, which makes no sense at all. Like, I don't understand like how there was a wanted poster on the boat. Don't know how it got there. No clue. The second point was, why did JJ get a job at the country club if he knew that it was just going to end awfully? Like, I'm confused about that. And then the third point is, I just typed it down. I said, update, it's still cringe, because I literally cringed, like physically in pain, the entire episode. That's no exaggeration. The entire episode. I've never had a show do that. I have, however, I want to throw this in there. I did look up some of like the actors, like just when they're not playing the roles, and they seem like cool people. Nothing against the actors at all. Mostly against the people that wrote the show. You guys are bad at your job. Sorry. You guys might be good at other shows, but there's just a lot of unnecessary stuff that I've found in this show that, I mean, distresses me out to the max. I don't know if that's what you were going for. If that's what you were going for, you guys are the best. But if you guys were going for like a good show that I would like to watch, then you guys suck. Oh, and this is the fourth point that I put, which, you know, honestly, it was probably the best part about the writers. And it is that they couldn't fit a bra for Sarah in the show budget. Crazy, right? Crazy. I mean, and especially with all the running scenes, all the, like, just the scenes of her running, like, with a tank top on, with nothing else. I mean, you know, you can't really go wrong there. Oh, and this is another one. Okay, so right when they get there, right when they get to the, what's it called? The island. Yeah, the island. My first line of business would have been to change clothes and try to blend in and lay low, right? Because you're wanted. You have people searching you. There's $50,000 bounty on your head. Lay low, okay? No. They didn't even try. There was no try. There was no effort in blending in. I mean, there was even a part, I guess this is for like the romance side of things, which this should not be a romantic show. I don't know why it is. I guess it's because it's popular with like that group of people in like high school or something. I don't know. It shouldn't be a romantic show. It should be a show about a treasure hunt, which it is. But they tried to add romance into it, which ruined it. So they just decided, they hear music. They get on this island. They're running from the cops. They hear music, right? Your first thought isn't, hey, let's stop and dance. You know, nobody else is here. Let's stop and dance. Yeah, they said, let's just dance alone. They were the only people dancing. Like, everyone's eyes were on them. Do you not realize how stupid that is? Show writers, do you not realize how dumb that is? Nobody in their right mind would do that. Like, you wouldn't have made it that far if you do something stupid like that. Yeah, they just stopped right in the middle. Just started dancing. Like some romance scene. And, you know, they got all teary-eyed and it was all special. No, it's stupid. Then, you know, Sarah's like, you know, John, you can't go to the house, because that's where they stored the gold, in their house, vacation house in this island. I think it was like, I don't know. I don't remember the name of the island. It was in the Bahamas. Of course, why not? John B decides to go to the only place that they would be actively looking for him. You know, trying to protect the gold, like you would. Fun fact, they weren't even protecting the gold. Nobody was even at the house, which is interesting that he would just put that much gold in a safe and just leave it unsurveillanced. That was real interesting. I thought that was real interesting. And he went in there and was like ramming it and like screaming in the middle of the night. It was dark. Like just the stupidest, like ignorant stuff you could ever imagine. Oh yeah, and I wanted to say I've never seen stupider characters in any show ever. Like this got to the point where it was like literally stressing me out. I'm not just saying this because of my first video. I was crapping on it so bad. I went in with high hopes. They got crushed fast. When John B leaves to get the gold back, I think he didn't go prepared at all. He literally ran there on foot with no duffel bags, nothing. There's hundreds of pounds of gold. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what he thought. I don't know what the thought process was. So that's there. So then Sarah gets kidnapped because he left her alone. Because he thought it'd be a good idea to leave her alone. They're criminals. They're criminals. The people the boat that they were on coming to the Bahamas, these people are criminals looking for them. They capture him, and then they said they were going to give him to the cops. Well, John B has $150,000 worth of gold in his backpack. My first idea is to, give the criminals the gold, and then they won't turn me in. Like, you're still worth $50,000, my guy. Like, they're turning you in no matter what. So they, of course, they loose-lipped and told him about the gold. I mean, there's literally so much information to cover. Like, there's so much stupidity to cover. Let me reword that. There's so much stupidity to cover. The Pogues or whatever I think they're called. They had a decent idea to try and catch Rafe is his name. Yeah, try and get a confession out of the dude that flew the plane that saw Rafe shoot. And he had the gun that he shot him with. They're trying to get a confession out of that guy, right? They're trying to get a confession out of the pilot that saw Rafe shoot the police officer in season 1. Well, bright idea, and it's not that bad of an idea. Only thing is I don't think AirPods work like this. They wanted to put a phone in the dude's car and then just listen to it through AirPods, which makes sense if you're just listening to it, but you listening to it doesn't help any. You have to have a recording of him actually saying it. So I don't know if you can record. I could be wrong. I do know that you can do that with AirPods, and that works, which is smart, but I don't think you can record. So anyways, obviously, they found a way to mess that plan up. The dude stops and pulls over on the side of the road. And instead of this guy's freaking out. He's not going to notice somebody pulling in and parking beside him, right? That's not something you notice when you're freaking out on the phone trying to get money. Because somebody shot some, let's think a little bit. Let's use our brains. Well, instead, they panic and they drive around the block in the middle of the night. And this is when things got really, really stressful for me. In the middle of the night, there is a construction crew doing work. Now, I don't know about your all's road crews and like VDOT or anything, but I've never seen them actually doing anything. Like when I drive by. So that was false. Cause okay. So let's say this dead end, right? Dead end. Here's them. They're like, oh no, guy parks here. We got to turn. Boom. They turn. Oh my gosh, dead end. Oh, here comes an excavator. Now we're trapped. Now we got to get out of the car and run. Just idiotic stuff that should not make any sense. There was a construction crew doing construction in the middle of the night.
Paving, I can get
in the middle of the night?
In the middle of the night, they pave in the summer.
Where?
All over.
Have you ever seen anyone around here paving middle of the day?
Not here.
Never.
Not here.
Never.
But they do that.
Never.
I know, but they do that.
Anyways,
Bro.
then it's that, and then it goes back down to the island, the Bahamas, and they are going to get the gold with the criminals. They're going to get the gold with the criminals, right? They guess the combination lock. The police show up. Obviously, because when did the police not show up in Outer Banks? Like, this is insane. Every time that anybody tries to do something minuscule, the police show up. And, these police are more responsive than any other police officer I've ever seen. I wrecked my car a few months back. The police, it took them longer to get to my car and the wreck site than it did for them to get to this dude's house in the Bahamas. Questionable. Then, they're trying to get away, and the criminals are like, oh, they shut the door behind them, lock it, from the outside. The criminals lock them inside so the police can... They're like, oh, you're our distraction. You don't lock a door from the outside. You can with the key. But no, this was like one of the like indoor twist like locks. Bolt locks. No, you're stuck in there now. What? I'll try and get a little clip of them locking him out just to show you guys how stupid it is and what I'm talking about.
Come back.
No.
What are you doing? Terrence, what are you doing?
You're the bait that's gonna slow him down. See you later.
No, Terrence! Open the door! Hey!
Sharpie, they're coming. They're coming.
I mean, this is by far the stupidest, most ridiculous show I've ever seen in my life. And this was only episode 1. So, I mean, I'm going to have to go through a lot of pain. My friends have been making fun of me for it. Because I have gotten in this niche where you guys want to see me rant and rave about it because you guys think it's stupid too. You know, I don't even want to watch it. It's that bad. So if you're planning on watching Outer Banks season 2, don't. It's not worth it. Because Zach has already watched it, my buddy, and he said the ending is awful. So I mean, which isn't really surprising. But anyways, that concludes episode 1. I'm sorry, I tried to do it as good as I could. Like, I mean, not that rhymed, but I tried to do it as well as I could, you know, just to do an episode review. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you liked it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, comment what show you want to see me review next. Hopefully it's not as bad. Anyways, peace. Thanks. Show's got me angry.